Welcome to the third episode of Ambitious Xylem series brought to you by A&M Cube, an AI-based platform to assess, hire, and develop talent. The idea is to introduce our viewers to the experienced yet young leaders and managers who are making the mark. As xylems are important in plants to carry water and nutrients to different parts, similarly, the words of wisdom by our xylems shall enable our target audience to learn what is important do's and don'ts in the corporate life. So, I would like to welcome our guest today, Ms. Shweta Mathur. Can we have you, Shweta?
Hi, Parag.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So, Shweta has a 16 plus year career with rich experience in diverse areas of finance, strategy, business relations, and data analytics. She began her career with Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited, a company which is known to be the first successful public private partnership model in the field of power distribution in India. Presently, she is Chief Financial Officer at a leading international power company based out of Singapore. Shweta holds a postgraduate diploma in business management from Emeritus Institute of Management and Ivy League education and is a marketing graduate from Ford Institute of Management, Delhi. So Shweta, can we begin the Q&A?
Sure.
So my first question to you is, it's not a question. In fact, I just wanted to understand if you can kindly walk us through your career journey and how the experience has been till date.
Okay. So, Parag, I joined Tata Power as management trainee and I'm still associated with the same company. I worked with various facets of power sector, right from distribution to fuel sourcing. I worked in commercial, regulatory, new business area, finance, strategy. Currently, I'm handling the international investments of Tata Power, which includes thermal and hydro assets, shipping, consultancy assignments. I'm on the board of various international entities. Since my first day of association with this company, I have worked on various critical projects. I, including other management trainees, are very closely mentored by the senior management at various stages of our career. And there is a proper mentoring system which is in place. I remember when we joined as management trainee, we were assigned with small projects, but those were very critical to the organization. And we were mentored since the beginning of our career. And though we have reached to fairly senior position in the organization, we are still being mentored. And there is a formally laid out career path.
Wonderful. Your growth path is truly inspiring. So my next question is for the graduates, like our target audience. What are your views on future-ready graduate hiring and how it has evolved in last decade? You can definitely answer from your perspective, your industry perspective.
Sure. So, Parag, there's a huge difference in the recruitment procedure, what used to happen 15 years back and now what's happening. So earlier, we would focus more on the technical skills which have been acquired during our education tenure. There was less focus on emotional quotient and behavior. Our days, there was more focus on CGPA, communication skills, basic analytical skills. But now these all have become a hygiene factor. So this is something candidates are expected to possess, since they have come out of a business school. Corporates are nowadays looking beyond this. In my view, there are three major aspects which are being focused upon. One is agility and flexibility. How are you embracing the change and adapting accordingly? The second is curiosity, whether you are seeking out and exploring alternatives and be open to change and novelty. The third aspect is learnability, whether you're seeking out continual self-improvement and development. So these are the major focus areas these days.
And young leaders like you, definitely, you groom new age graduates like this only, and you expect them to be like this.
Absolutely.
So, my next question is for your industry again. What are the key skills that people should hone upon before applying to the for the positions in your industry? And if you can add on to it, then what are the growth opportunities in your industry?
Okay. Basically, typically we have two types of recruitments. One is a technical kind of recruitment, and the other is a generalist kind of roles. So in the technical, we have engineers who are working on site, control rooms, then chartered accountants for finance, and then we have lawyers who works in the corporate law division. There, the focus is more on technical skills and less on managerial skills. But since one always want and prefer that the head of such division should come out of from that sort of group who has worked on the ground in the same company. So there is a lookout for some certain candidates who are possessing managerial skills also. In the generalist role, the focus is more on managerial and leadership capabilities. So these are the people who work on some serious thinking, critical projects, and then they move up the ladder and head various divisions. So till date, these were the typical two types of recruitments were happening. The new emerging areas, which has become it has become a focus area for our industry, are renewables, electric vehicle, on-site generation, which we also called as microgrid, energy efficiency, smart grid, data analytics. So for these sort of profiles, we are actually looking out for people who have that sort of knack for thinking beyond what is the usual kind of business. And you look out for the candidates who have that focus towards innovation. They have a bent towards innovation, and they are ready to put some new thinking caps all the time. So I think the power sector recruitment is now going beyond typical candidate recruitments. We also look out for cross-industry experience people for this sort of profile.
In terms of domain.
Like the electric vehicle, we look out for people who are working in the auto industry. So who have that experience of working in an automotive industry. Surprisingly, we are also hiring people who have worked in FMCG or in a typical sales and marketing kind of division. So now we have actually broken that barrier of typical technical hiring.
Yeah, this is wonderful insight. I think our viewers will appreciate this because nobody knows about it. People typically think, okay, only electrical engineers in terms of technology and then instrumentation can be again considered, but this is huge area of employment. So, Shweta, what message do you want our viewers to take away today?
Okay, so my message to all young viewers is it's important to hone your technical skills, but one needs to focus on behavioral aspects like team skills, interpersonal skills, people skills. This message is especially for the management students because there's a subject called organizational behavior.
Yeah.
Though I'm not very proud of saying this, but during my management studies, I never paid attention to this subject. But today, it's all about managing people. No matter how sound you are technically, if you lack people skill, if you can't empathize with your team or people around you, you don't have knack to deal with the diverse workforce, you can't go far. So that's a very important thing. The other is be with the time, keep yourself updated, think beyond existing possible solutions, and today it's all about innovations. See, all tasks can be equally mundane or equally challenging, but you take the best out of it. So, above all, keep embrace change, learn, unlearn, and again learn.
Wow, what a nice message. Thank you so much on the behalf of our viewers. Shweta, now it's time for rapid fire, and you just have to answer in yes and no. So, my first question is, professionally screen candidates for aptitude and personality saves huge time and effort for hiring team.
Yes,
One wrong hiring and difficult personality in a team can affect the performance of the entire team.
yes, absolutely.
Bad hiring implies an indirect financial loss to the entire company.
Yes, of course.
Work from home will be the new normal in the post-pandemic world.
Yes,
Virtual hiring is formally becoming the reality.
absolutely.
Skills like creative thinking, emotional intelligence, communication, teamwork are just buzzwords rather than essentials for growth in companies.
Absolutely no. They've become very critical. They're no more a buzzword.
Uh, Only tech skills can take you to the leadership.
Absolutely not.
The personality is much beyond the resume, and sometimes candidates themselves miss the important trait.
Yes, of course.
A lot of talent lies in institute of tier 2 cities and beyond if identified prudently.
Yes,
Companies maximize value if right talent is hired with a long-term service mindset.
yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Shweta. That brings us to the end of this discussion. Thank you for such a great knowledge sharing with our audience. And viewers, we encourage you to write down your career-oriented questions for Shweta in comments. We'll ensure that we reply you with her wisdom and support you in your career growth. Thank you again, Shweta.
Thank you.
Hope you also enjoyed with us, and we also hope that we have multiple sessions in future.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Totally my pleasure. Thank you, Parag.
Thank you so much.